Hi everyone, my name is Pedro and I'm your ECT coach, and this screencast is related to the basic Edmodo features. We will start with Edmodo Icons. The first icon that I would like to highlight is this icon, which is your home page that displays posts from groups and communities and forums to which you belong to. Of course, you can also um, get access or have access to all the classes that you have created, as well as other groups that you belong to or you have also created for yourself. I will show you what it looks like. So this is one of my high school students groups, and these are all the posts that I've shared. So every group you opened has its own timeline with all the posts and activities that you have with that group. The second icon is the What's Due icon, which shows you all the quizzes and assignments with all the classes that you have, or you could filter it for individual classes and check out what assignments you have with a specific group. You could also filter this search by assignments, by quizzes, so you could have all work displayed, and then you have easy access to all the assignments. You can check what next icon, which is the progress icon. The progress icon gives you access to a spreadsheet with all the assignments, course, and student badges for each of your groups. I'll show you what it looks like. This is the spreadsheet for an individual group. All of these are actually quizzes and assignments. You could view each quiz or each assignment, for example, by clicking on this link. You could also edit students' grades individually, or you could assign badges to students. An interesting feature here is that you can create your own badges by clicking on this button here, although Edmodo gives you a set of badges to use initially. If you click on this one, you could give your badge a title, you could give it a description, and upload a picture or image that will actually represent your badge. By clicking on Create Badge, you will have your own set of badges that you can share with students. It's a great motivational tool. I'll just give you an example what it looks like. For example, we have this badge, which is the Happy Valentine badge, which is awarded to students who have completed the quiz related to the history of Valentine's Day, and it was assigned specifically to this group, Pegasus ELS Major, Senior, Intermediate. But we will get to badges later. The next icon is the library icon. It's an excellent tool or feature where you could store your files and you could connect your drives as well. You could create new folders by click here. You could also add links or quizzes, Word documents, Excel worksheets, PowerPoint presentation. For example, these are my groups. You could add links related that you would like to add or assign to your groups later on. So it's an excellent tool which gives you an organized access to all the resources that you will use in class. The next icon is the messages icon, and this is the icon that it's a feature where you could send and receive private messages to members of your group as well as other members of the Edmodo community. As you can see, it's really, you've got direct messages from all of your students, so they don't have to bother you on Facebook. The next icon is notifications, where you have feedback on all the posts and activities in the groups to which you belong, as you can see. The next one is this icon, which allows you to update your information on your profile, on your personal profile. So this is your account where you can set your profile data. You could look for help. You could check your resources and connections. You could add your professional experience, or you could put some schedule information as well, some information about your educational background, links to your blogs or your personal website if you have one. You also have a chance to earn badges from Edmodo for your activity, which is an excellent motivational tool as well. Another interesting feature that I would like to highlight here is the Spotlight feature, which actually allows you to check out resources which were created by teachers as well as other educational companies. There are suggestions for interesting sites, programs, scenarios, ready-made materials. You could also upload your own resources in your own account. So that will be all about the icons. Okay guys, so in this section I will show you how to use other features of Edmodo for which I have created a virtual profile. I have opened this profile to show you how to start building your account and your profile from scratch. So let's start with groups. When I was setting up my account, Edmodo asked me to create a class, and that's what I did. So Edmodo automatically created this class for me. I can show you what you could do here. You can invite people, first of all, by clicking on this button here. It will generate a code for you, and this code is something that your students will have to add to, well, when they will be setting up their accounts. Or you could download the handout and print it out and give it to your students as well. With this code, they can have access to the group that you have created for them specifically. As soon as all your students become members of the group, you can lock the group's code, which means that nobody from outside can actually have access to this group. If you have new students coming later, joining the group, you can unlock the group again, but it will generate a new group code this time. You will have access to the members list here, where you will be seeing all the members in your group, as well as to folders that you can create and manage on your own. And this is the post section. So let me explain a little bit about what you can post. You can post notes here to inform your students about any kind of events, things, or assignments that you would like to highlight, links that you would like to share. You could attach files, you could add links, either from the website or from your library. You could format the text. If you use these guidelines here, it will actually help you to highlight the text with bold or italicize your text. Assignments. Assignments are a very useful tool to, for example, to go paperless in your classroom, to flip a classroom. You could assign either written assignments, or you could give them some web search scavenger hunt assignments to do. As soon as you put the title here, you can set up the date, the due date when you expect the assignments to be turned in. You could log this assignment after its due date, describe the assignment briefly and give some instructions to your students here, and then you could add which groups you would like to assign, you would like to post the assignment to. You could attach files here as well, links or resources from your library, even from your Google Drive. When you send your assignment, it will show up immediately to your group. Quizzes. To create a quiz, you could actually click on this link here. You have to give your quiz a title, and then you can start creating questions. You have several types of questions that you could create. Multiple choice questions, which will actually allow you to create a multiple choice quiz. You could set a different choice as a correct answer. That means you don't have to get only the first one correct. You could change the type of question each one. You load or create a new question, statement, and then you decide whether the statement is true or false, and you assign which one is the correct answer. Another type of question is a short answer question, which is the only type of question that does not get directly graded, because you have to grade it yourself. So you have a question, and then the students have to give you an answer to that one, and you have to check that answer. The next type of question is fill in the blank question. This one actually allows you to, the underscores, to specify where you would like the blank to appear in the text below. So something like, and then you could give some prompts to the question. Fill in the blank space with the correct form of the verb. And of course you have to write the correct answer here. So students have to be very specific. You could give some instructions here. Okay, and another type of question that you could use is matching question. So you have match each letter with the correct answer. You write here the question. It will mix and generate different options on its own. You could also add other options and other choices. As soon as you're ready, you could set the time limit for your quiz. You could remove questions. You could change the total points for each question specifically, and then you could randomize questions if you like. And when you click done, your quiz is already saved, and you could assign the quiz specifically for a certain group. You could give it you could select the date which the quiz is due to, and then you could add it to the gradebook as well and send it to your group. An interesting feature here to get anonymous response from your students is the poll feature. So you ask the question here, and then you put some answers. So 2, and you can send it even later if you like, or send it right now. If you wish to create other groups, you could either create a new class, you could name your class by your levels, level 1 for example. You could select which grade that class is, subject area as well, English as a second language. It could be also public to school staff or private only to your members. If you want to share it without teachers, it would be nice to make it public for the school staff. As soon as you make that group, it will show up over here. You can create as many classes as you want, and depending on which levels you teach or what subjects you teach. What is interesting is that you can also create smaller groups within your class for gamification, or if you want to split up your modules and show students different resources in different modules, then you could create different groups as well, which will give you a more organized approach in your teaching. I hope this was of help for you. This was just an overview of the basic features of Edmodo, and in the task section you will be given specific information, detail how to manage and how to use each of these features individually. Thank you.